What's going on, everybody? It is Luke Beller with this Sideline Scoop, and today I want to take a look at the NFC playoff picture after Week 11. So, of course, there will be 7 teams making the playoffs, and I'm going to tell you guys who would be making the playoffs right now based on every team's record, and I'll also take a look at the Packers and sort of where they are placed currently. So first off, I want to take a look at the NFC North standings. So, of course, as you guys probably heard, the Packers did lose yesterday. It was a tough game, but, you know, we're still 7-3, so, you know, not going to complain too much about that. But we are number 1 in the NFC North. The Bears at 5-5, Vikings at 4-6, and the Lions at 4-6. And yesterday, actually, all of the NFC North teams took a big old L that actually played. The Bears didn't play, so they didn't take an L or a dub. So now the Packers are still sitting ahead of the Bears by 2 games in the NFC North. And when we take a look at the Packers and the Bears, we face the Bears 2 more times this season. We haven't played them yet. We play them next week. It's actually our next game on Sunday, I believe. Yeah, I think it's Sunday Night Football. And then we play them again in Week 17 of the season. And so really, if we take a look at the Packers' remaining schedule, it's not too tough. We play the Bears twice. Of course, it's a division game, so you never know what could happen. And then we actually play against a team who is leading their division, but they're 3-6-1, and that's the Philadelphia Eagles. That division, NFC East, man, that's man, to be 3-6-1 and be leading your division, that's definitely crazy. So the Packers should be able to pull off a win in that game. That's my thought on that situation. And then we also play the 4-6 Lions. That should be not a tough game for the Packers, but division game, you never know. And the one tough game I would say for the Packers will be the Titans. That's probably the last like super tough, really good team on our schedule, sitting at 7-3. Of course, I got Derrick Henry, Ryan Tannehill. That offense can definitely move the ball, so that'll be a good battle for the Packers. So honestly, I think the Packers could go, you know, of course, we could win our final 6 games of the season. It's definitely not out of the question to finish out 13-3. But also, even if we lose, you know, maybe 1 to the Titans, we could finish as a solid 12-4. But I do think the Packers will, you know, win this NFC North division because the other teams just really haven't been good so far this season. If we don't, then some things went really wrong. So now if we take a look at the NFC just in general, of course last week the Packers were number 1 in the NFC with a tiebreaker against the Saints, but now the Saints have unfortunately moved ahead of us. The Saints are sitting at 8-2 currently, and Drew Brees went down with, you know, so many different injuries, like a rib injury, he broke his rib, something happened to his lung, he just had so many, you know, problems, and so they decided, okay, let's bring in Taysom Hill. And people were shocked. They're like, what about Jameis? What about Jameis? But then Taysom Hill comes in, plays really good. I think he had like 2 rushing touchdowns, I'm pretty sure. He had a great game. They had a 24-9 win over the Atlanta Falcons, so now they are sitting at 8-2, number 1 in the NFC. And to be honest, I was thinking with Drew Brees down, maybe the Packers would have a shot at the number 1 seed if, of course, we had, you know, won yesterday. But the Saints seem to be rolling even without Drew Brees, so that's definitely good if you're a Saints fan. The number 2 actually have the Seahawks. The Seahawks have also moved ahead of the Green Bay Packers. They are also 7-3 like the Packers, but they had a win over the Cardinals this week. But apparently they hold like a strength of schedule or strength of victory like tiebreaker over the Packers. So that puts the Packers at currently number 3 when we take a look at these NFC playoff picture, at least at this point right now after the Week 11 game. Then number 4, we got the 3-6-1 Eagles because, of course, as I told you, they're number 1 in their division. So, of course, because they're winning their division right now, they are the 4th seed, which is sort of funny to see. And then at number 5, sort of 5 through 7 is a wild card. So, of course, the playoffs did expand from 6 to 7 teams this season. We got the Buccaneers. You just can never count out Tom Brady. And with the Buccaneers sitting at 7-3, they're definitely going to be a dangerous team, you know, no matter if they are a wild card team or, you know, leading their division. And then at number 6, currently we have the Los Angeles Rams sitting at 6-3. And then at number 7, we have the Arizona Cardinals at 6-4. And they're definitely a very good team. Of course, they got Kyler Murray, who can just play, like, I mean, he's just fun to watch. He can run around, he can throw, he can just sort of do it all. So those are the current 7 NFC teams right now at this point. Of course, the Packers moved from number 1 to number 3, but you know, we could still get the number 1 seed in the NFC. It's definitely a little bit harder now, considering, you know, the Seahawks are good, the Saints are good, Buccaneers are good. So who knows what's going to happen in these final, 6 games of the NFL season. It's going to be fun to watch, that's for sure. But that's going to be all for today's video. Make sure you guys drop a like if you enjoyed it. And if you want to see some more NFL content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. But that's going to be all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys on the next one.